back, everybody, to Pinpoint Pictures. I'm your host, P, and today we got another banging review. The movie is called Duchess. Duchess follows a tough working class, petty criminal who morphs into an anti-heroine to be reckoned with in a murky underworld after getting involved in the treacherous world of diamond smuggling. So the movie follows Scarlett, who is a petty criminal. She kind of dibbles and dabbles in a little bit of prostitution. She's real good with pickpocketing, so that's one of like her big characteristics and traits. You know, she's out there in like Britain or somewhere over there in the UK, but she's already like a minor in the underworld. But you know, she's at the club one day and she falls in love with, you know, some guy who happens to be like one of the main players in diamond smuggling. She doesn't know all this yet. She's just kind of wooed by his, you know, his charisma and, you know, his swag. But you know, so they kind of go ahead and make themselves a thing. And as they're going, he kind of fills her in on what he does. You know, he kind of sprinkles it in on her a little bit, you know, and then he kind of hits her with it. But they ultimately get into a big problem when they have a deal go wrong. There's a little bit of a backdoor going on inside his camp, and you know, a lot of people kind of hating, especially once he becomes the man with this beautiful piece on his shoulder. You know, so some things go wrong and they leave both of them for dead. And this is all of a sudden where, you know, of course she survives and she wants revenge for what's been done to her. She becomes a total badass in the flick. And you know, she goes ahead and starts doing her thing. So this movie is close to about 2 hours, but I would say it's got good pacing because the story, it just builds up the characters along with like this like little romance that they have going into the action, because there's good fight scenes in here. You know, there's a little bit of hand to hand. It's a couple shootouts, so the action is pretty good. It's what you would expect from this type of movie. If you've ever seen anything kind of Guy Ritchie, this will remind you of something out of his playbook. It's like they took a little bit of his formula and put a remix on it, came up with this movie. And this is a pretty good movie. Absolutely nothing wrong with this one. I just happened to see the trailer one day and I was like, let me go check it out. Ended up digging it, so here I am trying to recommend it to you. But like I was saying about the pacing, close to 2 hour movie, around the mid mark is when everything starts to happen for her to become Duchess and go get her revenge on the people that, you know, put some harm on her and her love interest. But so she, you know, evolves into this underworld as a main player and getting her revenge, and everything she does is right on point, man. I mean, this is a good movie through and through. It's got good acting. Some of these people you've seen in a few other flicks, so you'll recognize a few faces. I would say some of the villains, though, that actually backdoor Duchess' love interest, they just kind of generic a little bit, man. They kind of look like, when you look at them, you'll look at some of these people and see like that they probably could have been the extras or the stunt doubles for other main stars that they couldn't afford to get into this movie. You know, if they didn't have the budget for them, they found like the doppelganger out there in Hollywood somewhere and put them in here. I mean, they're good, they're serviceable, but they don't give you that kingpin, you know, diabolical, dangerous type of villain in this kind of movie. I mean, this isn't a movie that you just got to take entirely too serious. Like I said, it's just a cool little action flick with a decent little story. I would say it teeter-totters around that love action, you know, with the revenge, you know, kind of like a romance thriller with the action in it. But it's definitely a good one that I would recommend you check out. If you've ever seen anything that's Guy Ritchie, like Rock and Rolla, Revolver, you know, some of those type of flicks, and if you liked anything that he's made, then I feel like you'll definitely have interest for this one. You'll like this. So I would definitely give it a check out. So if anything that I've told you about this film so far without spoiling it gave you any type of interest in it, definitely go check it out. I purchased it on Vudu because like I just add to the collection. So I haven't really seen anything that is on streaming for free, but if you want to give it a rent, you can go definitely hit Amazon Prime, Vudu, probably a few of those other streaming sites that have anything on demand that you can purchase. But definitely, if you do check it out, come back, hit me in these comments, like, subscribe, share this video, and come back and let me know what you thought of this film, or if you've already seen the trailer, or if you already seen the film, just come back and let me know what you thought of it, you know, plus or minus, positive or negative. And then I'll see you on the next time. Got many more coming. Peace.